Garbage goober! Get out here and eat this garbage!
Trash. Yeah, I love trash. Yum, yum, trash.
Hell yeah, I love that little guy.
If I lose it all, when I'll fall, I'll never look away. Hey everyone, it's that time of the year again. Welcome back to another episode of Dumpster Diving. For this episode, I wanted to cover something a little different. As you know if you've watched some of my other stuff, I have a bit of a disposition for shitty isekai. Can't get enough of it, honestly. And this series is kinda similar? Maybe. Who am I kidding? It's Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds. Now, I get this recommendation might be a little bit off the beaten path, but hear me out. If you ask most anime fans, the vast majority will tell you that they've at least heard of Yu-Gi-Oh! Be it the card game or the light show hairstyles. Everyone knows what Yu-Gi-Oh! Is, and if you don't, well, damn. This video isn't about the card game. What it's about is this series, 5Ds, and why I think you should watch it. Truth be told, and I know this might come as a shock given the topic of this video, I'm not actually the biggest fan of Yu-Gi-Oh! Sure, when I was a sprite baby, I played the card game, sucked at it, and eventually moved on. I never really got into the series, and as I grew older, never really tried to come crawling back. Cause the thing is, Yu-Gi-Oh! For me, even when I grew into my big boy pants, I never actually liked all that much. The original was too campy, too slow. I found Yugi annoying for the most part, and even when I went back to try and watch it again, it just didn't click with me. That said, the original is a classic, but I, personally, never really enjoyed watching it. The rest of the series that followed were simply too cash-grabby for my taste, frequently feeling like I was watching a non-stop commercial. You see, my issue with the Yu-Gi-Oh! Shows was that they never felt like shows sometimes. Besides the first one, they always just felt like a method to suck as much money out of kids' pockets as possible, which turned me off every time I tried to get into them again. However, that all changed with 5Ds. 5Ds is, in my view, the best Yu-Gi-Oh! Series the franchise has to offer, and is one that, even if you aren't a fan of the card game or have any nostalgia for the shows at all, is one that I still think anime fans should watch. Why is this? Well, it's because 5Ds actually feels like a show. It feels like it has a purpose besides just being a cash sink. And to sweeten the pot, it's also a damn good one. 5Ds has it all. Good world building, a great cast, fun action, a Chad-like main character that the series simply hasn't topped since it aired, and an actually intriguing plot. Granted, that plot is absolutely batshit insane, and some of it does remind you that you are still watching a show for kids, but for the most part, it is mind-boggling just how much meat is on these bones. 5Ds, if I had to describe in one word, is a western. It's a tale of a vagabond trying his best to do good for his own, and it's entertaining for basically every moment of its 100+ episode runtime. When Yusei is on screen, 5Ds is an entirely different animal. He's mature, has quiet moments of reflection, and goes through realizations that some similar shows just don't go through. There's a damn prison arc in this freaking series, and it freaking slaps. And part of the reason 5Ds works as well as it does is because it feels like a show that was built around both adults and children, or at least the older viewers who are forced to watch it with their kids. 5Ds covers actual problems during its course, such as discrimination, capitalist abuse, depression, overwork, and so much more. People freaking die in this show, which, while not unique to 5Ds and Yu-Gi-Oh! In general, really works here. There's actual stakes in this show beyond the typical save the world plot. It really gives 5Ds the sense of a constant flowing story, which kept me hooked throughout every exchange. Of course, since it is a series for kids, there is some annoying stuff. The constant transformations and card flashiness when they're actually playing the game can really feel sometimes like they're dragging the pace. But for the majority of the series, the good outweighs the bad, leaving you with an exceptionally good time. Every character gets a chance to shine, and the lore for a series like this is freaking awesome. The cast is some of the best you'll see in Yu-Gi-Oh! And the development some of them get is equally as impressive. Overall, 5Ds is an anime that, while a bit slow at times, is absolutely worth watching. If you're fiending for a show this season with a mature main character, colorful cast, an amazing soundtrack, and impressive development, then go ahead and give this a watch.